Thank you for coming out. Welcome. Welcome to another Surefire Local webinar. We're very happy to have you here today with us. Today's session is Google Business Profile Workshop, Ignite Your Local Search Visibility. My name is Patrick. Once again, I will be your host as well as your speaker for today's session. So just in case any of you may be unfamiliar with Surefire Local, our mission is to help you make online marketing easy by providing your business with a next generation platform that is available everywhere that you need it across all your devices and browsers. We provide the software that you need to attract customers and grow your profits efficiently, and all from one place. So as usual, we are coming to you today live. Later on, you're going to receive a link to this full recording, as well as all the presentation slides that you see here today. So there's no need to worry about furiously taking notes. You can just sit back and relax, and we're happy to have you while you're here. Please do check your spam folders for Surefire Local later on, just in case you do not receive that follow-up email from us. You can also share feedback with us at any time. You can email us at marketing@surefirelocal.com. If you have any questions for us while you are here, please do utilize the questions tab in the GoToWebinar control panel. As well as please do check out the resources page on our website. There you can view our back catalog of previous webinars, ebooks, and other free resources that are all available to you free and on demand. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump in as we get started here today. In case any of you may have been here for our last session about Google Business Profile, that was a little bit more of an overview, a generalized strategy on how you can utilize it. And then for today's session, we'll be kind of delving a little bit more detail into the bits and pieces, if you will, of your Google Business Profile. We're going to break it up into 3 sections, learn how to set up and optimize, manage your Google Business Profile, then a simple hands-on guidance to improve visibility in search results, and how to connect with more customers by optimizing your profile. Okay. So we talked a lot about this in our last session, but just to kind of go over some things as we review and move forward. Why would one want to set up your Google Business Profile? Well, keep in mind that it is your first, for many occasions, your very first introduction to all your local prospects in your area. Most people find your local business through Google. I don't think that's any surprise for anyone who's been alive for the past 20 to 25 years, that most of what we find is going to be through Google, especially your local business and local search. They're going to go on and they're going to not just find you, but they're going to verify your reputation and see what people say about you within your community. As well as trust and convenience. People trust Google's information. We live by it. We are still sort of under their long reign, if you will, and Google Business Profile helps businesses appear more credible. So what is the difference between your Google Business Profile and your website? For a lot of businesses, unfortunately, you find that in situations, say an organization might only have a website and not the Google Business Profile, or they have the Google Business Profile all set up and ready to go, but they don't have their website. One cannot truly exist without the other. Your website is obviously more detailed on who you are. You need to concentrate on a lot of the important information, your detail about your products and services. That is where any conversions or conversations that you're going to have with your customers is going to be deeper. They're going to be more directly sent out to you. You have control over your own branding. Customers often visit your website after finding your Google Business Profile, and your website acts as your central hub of all your information, your marketing, your customer interaction. Your Google Business Profile, if you think about it in a certain terms, is, I say your website is your digital storefront, and your Google Business Profile is your first and foremost billboard, if you will, in front of your community. So it's your first sort of digital advertisement front to all your prospects within your area. your Google business profiles is more than likely going to be your first impression for all potential customers. I don't know about you, but we talked about this in our last session last month, but when you go online, the first thing you usually are going to be doing for looking up a local business in your areas, you're going to go directly to Google Maps. You're going to type in et cetera near me, HVAC, roofer, what have you. In the moment you're on the go, it's in your pocket, and that's what you're first going to be going to find it. So it is going to be your first impression, that you need to have everything set up and accurately displayed, all your information. You need to have, if you list out your area, your hours of operation, those need to be the hours that you are available as a business, not just the hours that you're going to be open and accepting. But if people were to try to contact you during those times, remember that you need to stay available and open to them in order to capture business. It displays your business in Google search results and maps. We'll get into the different ways that it is shown throughout the internet a little bit later on in some additional slides. And is it a key tool for increasing your local visibility? So it's your first impression that people see, but what you need to realize, you have set up your Google business profile, is that when they click over and they want to do more specific search results into finding out who you are, they're going to then go to your website, and that's where you need to keep all your little bit more detailed and nuanced information there. Your Google business profile and your impact on local search engine optimization. Shortly, we're going to talk a little bit about the map pack. We talked about that last time, but your Google business profile ensures that your business appears in the map pack for relevant local services. It improves your local relevance by providing accurate business information, helps your business show up in near me searches based on proximity and other ranking factors, offers direct engagement with potential customers through reviews, posts, and photos, drives more customer actions, calls, clicks, etc. A fully optimized Google business profile helps increase your visibility, builds trust with potential customers, and ultimately improves your chances of showing up when it matters most in local search results. All right, the local map pack, otherwise known as the local pack or the 3-pack. Your map pack, this is the box that appears at the top of search results, featuring 3 local businesses on a map with key details such as business name, address, phone number, reviews, and website links. So when they type in, they're on their Google, they type in their Google search results, they're on the web. This is outside of, say, Google Maps, but they're doing a generalized search result for a likewise business in their area, say your roofer, HVAC, home services, what have you, veterinary services, etc. They're typing that in, finding near me right into the Google search bar within their browser, and then they're going to get the listing of the top 3 businesses based on their location and how well set up, optimized, and well effective your profile is. Then you're going to show up within that map pack in those first 3 top results. The Google business profile really is, that's your backbone of all of these results. Like I said, your first impression. And if your business profile is well optimized, it has a much higher chance of appearing in the map pack when customers search for businesses like yours in your area. Visibility and relevance. So business information. Your Google business profile displays important details like your business name, hours, location, contact info directly in the search results, making it easy for people to find, trust, and contact you. So under local relevance, Google uses your business location, its category, and other factors to determine local relevance, i.e. whether your business is a good match for your user's query. A well-optimized Google business profile helps Google understand what services you offer and where you offer them, increasing your chances of showing up in the right search results. So the goal of your Google business profile is, like we said, it's your very first impression to your area, and its entire existence is to make you available and to improve your local SEO. And it's one of the easiest and the first things we always tell people to do, whether or not they're going to become a customer of Surefire Local, is to run out and make sure that you've not only claimed your Google business profile. For a lot of you here on today's webinar, I'm going to go ahead and bet that you've already accomplished this task. It's free to you and everyone does it. But what we emphasize is that it's not just an entity, not unlike your website or anything else when it comes to your digital profile of your local business. These aren't things that you can just do once, set them and forget them, and then let them go by, months, even let's say years without any updates or any posts or any activity. Each one of these presence that you have online, especially your Google business profile and your website, you need to think of it more as a living, breathing digital animal that constantly needs your feeding and your attention, and your, adding to it over time in order to truly get the most out of it. So, you need to constantly be feeding these things. But the ultimate goal, if you properly do that, you feed it, you maintain it, and you post to it, your Google Business Profile is going to make your business visible in searches related to your services or products within your location. Okay, near me searches. So your proximity to the searcher's location is one of the key ranking factors for local searches. If your business profile lists an accurate address and is optimized for your service area, we'll get into that a little bit more. We'll kind of give you an example of what setting up your service area is going to look like. You increase your chances of appearing for nearby searches. Okay, pretty simple. Google considers factors like your business's name, the keywords. Okay, so anytime you're doing online copy, you need to think about not just the specifics of what you name yourself and what you provide, but that those are the keywords and the topics that people are going to be searching for. So you need to think about, put yourself into the mindset of your customers and the people when they're searching for you and they're looking you up online. Your keywords and your searches don't just come into play when you're adding it to your ads and you're selecting what you want to bid on with, say, in your Google ads, etc. But you need to be putting them into all the copy everywhere and constantly focusing back on those key search terms. And that's really what's going to help you. Okay, some things can include, for example, 24-hour service, seasonal, emergency HVAC repair. And one example we have here is, say you're a locksmith, so you want to make sure that 24-hour locksmith is included in your profile. You add it to your posts. It's in your frequently asked questions and answers, etc. If you do that, your reviews and your services you offer will show up more often in local search results. People often search for businesses based on their location, and Google uses data from their Google business profile to show proximity-based results. Right along. We talked about relevance and engagement in the last time, but I think, yes, for this one, we're talking about customer reviews are an important ranking factor in local search results. I have one pinpoint from last month that I wanted to bring up here again, and that when you are soliciting reviews, a good little factoid that we used is you need to try to get 10 to 15 reviews every 3 months. So Google uses reviews, quantity, quality, and recency. You remember those phrases from last month to evaluate how well your business serves customers. Businesses with positive reviews obviously have a better chance of appearing in the map pack. But remember that when the golden rule when responding to reviews is everyone, if they're evaluating your business, they're getting the first impression from your Google business profile, they're going to your website, they're getting the more detailed information and the nuanced information about the specifics and maybe a little bit more of the pricing, a little bit more of the intricate details of what you provide. But one of the other factors, and probably the more critical factor, is your reviews and your reputation. How many do you have? How good is your star rating? But one important thing we always like to bring up is how you as a business respond to the 1-star reviews from your company. Everyone is going to get bad reviews. If you're around long enough and successful enough, you are simply going to have bad reviews. But the the fact that you just have a 1-star isn't going to negatively impact your business. More often than not, consumers are looking for how you respond to those negative reviews, as well as think about your place as a local business. You are intricate and a little bit more intimate part of your community. You live in the same neighborhoods, you exist. So when you're responding to these bad reviews, you're showing your community how you reach out. Are you patient? Are you kind? Are you genuine, first and foremost, in everything you respond to? So it is how one business responds to a negative review or to a 1-star review that can directly influence whether or not somebody decides to do business with you. They want to see, how you deal with challenges, and how you respond to an upset customer can have a large impact. But reviews are critically important, and the Google uses the number of quality reviews to assess authority and reliability, and to show you showing up over your competition in local search results. Moving on to posts and updates and search results. Okay, your Google Business Profile allows you to post updates about Google posts, including offers, events, news, and more. These appear directly in search results when people find your business. So engagement with searchers, excuse me. The posts add an extra layer of engagement to your profile. When someone finds your business in search results, a recent post can provide valuable info, such as current deals, new services, or business hours. This not only helps with visibility, but also encourages users to interact with your profile. Think about the freshness factor. Frequent updates to your profile, like posting new content or services, signal to Google that your business is active, which can impact your local rankings. All right, so this is a little bit about what I mentioned earlier about constantly feeding the little animal, if you will. You can't just set up your Google Business Profile and forget it. You need to be constantly updating it. The key to proper maintenance is to constantly be interacting and to be adding new, fresh content to that profile. Let people know that you are around and that you are active. Visual impact. Google favors profiles with photos and videos. All of the internet favors such content because it favors interactive, being interactive. Businesses that regularly upload images of their products, services, and staff are often favored in local search results. So adding high quality photos makes your business look more attractive to potential customers and can increase engagement. You're showing people who you are and what you do, especially if you are a business that relies a lot on say I can only think about when I was looking up for roofers a couple years ago when we were getting our roof redone after a terrible storm. The first and foremost was for me, when I was going through and looking at Google Business Profiles for roofers in my area, and there was there's no lack of roofing companies all around our area. Recency of posts, the quality of the photos, and whether or not they seem genuine, as if they were real action shots, if you will, of people actively working on roofs in my area, and whether or not that came across in the Google Business Profile was a massive influencer in how I decided what roofer to go off of, as well as everything else, the quality of the content, the organization of the website, how everything looked, how often they post, etc. But getting to see videos and photos of real work being done really was one of the major deciding factors in what group we ended up going with to replace our roof. So photos and videos increase engagement, that goes without saying, all across the internet, and they can indirectly improve your search rankings. All right, some recent trends. So here's just some statistics that you want to kind of keep on hand. Let's see here, making sure that audio is still good. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to move right along. Some of the more recent trends that I kind of want to call out. is the one right at the top there in the top left. 76% of people check business hours before visiting. Keeping your hours up to date increases visits and contacts. So my takeaway from there, and what I try to always encourage people, is if you list yourself being available for those hours, that means your business needs to be available during that time. So it isn't just whether or not they send an email or submit a request form. I feel as if we are losing the art of being available by phone. More often than not, especially if people are on the go, they're not going to want to sit in their car with their Google Maps app up and click through and schedule an appointment. Chances are, if they're looking you up in that instance, which is where if I'm going to put on my consumer hat, a lot of my searches occur is when I am out doing errands and I'm already in need for a local business. I'm going to pull that up on my phone, and if I have a direct question, I'm going to call right away. Now, it's very reasonable to think that you may be not able to answer everybody's phone call as it comes in. That's that's decades old issue, but you just want to try your very best that if it is during your business hours, you get back to them in a reasonable time frame. So when I say, keep your hours up to date, posting them, keeping them up to date online is one thing. Being available during them is really what sets you over the top and is probably the most important thing. Let's see here. 1 in 3 mobile searches are location-based. 50% of mobile visitors make a purchase after a local search. So if they, you want to be available to catch your prospects, because chances are, if I'm looking up a local business on Google Maps, I have an immediate need. I'm not just doing it for funsies. Businesses with accurate information, 2.7 times more likely be trusted with customers, that goes without saying, and complete profiles, 50% more likely to attract customer engagement. And then, of course, businesses with photos get 42% more requests for directions and 35% more website clicks. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep moving on. And complete and well optimized Google Business Profile. It goes without saying that a well-optimized profile is essential for local businesses that want to capture the attention of nearby customers and convert them into loyal clients. So a lot of this goes without saying. You have more visibility. You show up in the map pack. We went over that last time. We'll show a little bit more of that later on here. You have higher levels of engagement, more trust and credibility, and increased conversions. So we have a lot of details. Don't worry. Like I said, you'll get all these later on via email. Setting up your Google Business Profile to ignite your local search visibility. So claim and optimize. That's the first thing we tell everybody to do if they haven't. For a lot of businesses, the very first step to improving their online, their impact within their community is to just claim their profile. Chances are you've all already done that. But you want to optimize. That means not just set up correctly, but consistently maintain and feed content into. Claiming and optimizing your Google Business Profile helps improve your chances of appearing on local search results, builds trust, boosts engagement, etc. So search for your business by name on Google Search or Maps. Look for Claim This Business or Own This Business button in the profile. This just gives you an idea of how you would go about claiming if you have not already done so, and how to verify all your information. So we have that. You have that there, and you can come back to that if need be. I'll go ahead and move on, given a lot of you have hopefully already taken that step. If you haven't, you might as well just click off this and go do that right now, because that's the very first important thing you can do. Giving you a little bit of idea of what a map pack might look like. You have your 3-pack there, right there, in an example of roofers in my area. So that's the first thing that everyone's going to see, right off the top there. If I'm looking, the very first thing I see as a marketer and as a customer is, you can see my mouse cursor right there. I'm looking at that 4.8, 379. That 379 reviews tells me how active their customers are. It gives me an idea of how long they've been in business. Right up there at the top, 7+ years in business is probably a wonderful keyword that you want to put up right at the very top is 70, even better, 70 plus years. Wow. But the very first thing I see isn't necessarily the 4.8, although that is absolutely fantastic. If you have that, show it, brag it, use it all the time. But the 379 gives me a real indication of how active everyone is. That accompanied with a good review, with a good score, is what I mean. Sorry. But even if that was, say, maybe 4.5 stars with a 379, I'm still gonna focus more on that than even if, say, these down here had a 5, but like only 74 reviews compared to 300 some odd more reviews. I'm going to start here and I'm going to click through this profile. I'm going to look at those reviews, and then I'm actually going to go straight to the 1 stars and see how they've responded to them. I'm also going to look at reviews, and I'm going to see how many are recent, because this is where I want to start. But if they haven't had any reviews, say like in the past 6 months to a year, where some of these down here have a slew of very recent reviews, maybe 52 is nothing but reviews for the past 5 years, as opposed to the other companies. So I might go with them. So I just want to give you an idea of how it all influences each other. So it's very rare that the indication is that if you have a well-maintained review score, you have a lot of recent reviews, and you have a large number of reviews, then that's the first thing that's going to indicate to me that you're a very active company, you're very active in your community, and you're very organized and in tune to your online presence. I'm going to do that. I'm going to look at your combination of posts, your recent posts, everything we just listed out, your photos and videos, your services. All that stuff is going to come into play when deciding on a local business. So this is the first step. This is your first billboard, if you will, when capturing customers in your area. So just give you an idea how it's all going to break down. Of course, we have all the ins and outs of your Google Business Profile over here on the right. We will get into some of these more as we continue on. So setting up your core information, we talk about consistency is key in your NAP, your name, address, and phone. Make sure that is the same everywhere it is online, not just your Google Business Profile, but it has to be accurate, and it has to be the same on your website. It has to be the same on your Facebook. It has to be the same on your Yelp. It has to be the same everywhere. Having any inconsistent information is a massive red flag to customers in your area that are looking up your information. So just list out this stuff and keep it consistent and up to date everywhere you are online. When writing your business description, include local lingo and keywords. We talked a little bit about that earlier. We talked about that. We saw that in the example of the age of the roofers in the area. But you really want to think about these keywords, these things that you want to highlight as your business. Put in these phrases everywhere, not only within the, obviously listing them out within your Google Business Profile, but embed them within the copy of your website itself. You see some examples here. Also your blog posts, your social media posts, etc. If it's something you truly want to highlight, it is not, you want to include it everywhere, not just in, then you're going to take these keywords and you're going to take these phrases and you're going to bid on them for local ads, for Google ads, etc. Consistency is key, and reusing these phrases is only going to not only improve your messaging, is not only going to drive your messaging home into the minds of your prospects in terms of who you are and what you do, but as well as it's going to directly impact your SEO and optimize your not just your website, but your Google presence, everything. So if you have a good keyword, if you have a good set of phrases, that lingo that you want to use, then I highly encourage you, within all reason, make sure that it's professional and the readability is there, etc. But you want to use it everywhere and stay consistent. Consistency is key. Set up your service area. We talked a little bit about that. Here's an example of how you might want to do that when you are setting up your Google Business Profile. Hopefully everyone here today has already done so. But the idea is to cast a wide net or target specifics within a combination of states, towns, cities, counties, zip codes. So you build out your service area. This helps your search results. There are other factors into that. There's GeoJuice on your website. We can help you with that. Photos come into play in terms of, geotagging your photos in terms of their location, what job you did and where you did it, etc. There's a lot of other factors that come into this, but one of the very first places to start, or the very first place to start, is you can build it out right there on your Google Business Profile. Set up appointment booking. I think this is a fairly new feature starting now. Customers can book your service directly with your Google Business Profile with just one click of Book Online button. So no more bouncing between websites or filling out endless forms, etc. Typically in the past, if you would just go to the Google Business Profile, then you hop over to the website to actually book an appointment. Here, the functionality can be built right into the Google Business Profile. So you just want to make sure that it's optimized for that. But I do highly encourage, anything to make it simpler and easier on your constituents, on your prospects, is what you're going to want. Is more visibility, you track more leads, let customers book anytime, day or night, and you boost local rankings and reduce no-shows. So you just want to make sure that's integrated and it works well within your system. But a very highly productive new feature. Encourage descriptive reviews. So yes, you want to elicit reviews from happy customers. Remember, we talked about you want to get and you want to aim for 10 to 15 new reviews every 3 months, 10 to 15 new reviews every quarter. So build it into your customer journey, to identify your happy prospects and incentivize them to leaving open and honest reviews and as much information as possible. So reviews, star only, 1 out of 3 of all Google reviews are star only reviews, meaning they contain no words, photos, or attributes. The more information you encourage a happy customer to give, the more you encourage them to add a photo, etc., the more it's just gonna benefit your business. So if you have a true champion, truly happy customer, build it into your customer journey to incentivize them, within reason, to encourage them to encourage them to leave good reviews, accurate reviews, and open and honest, genuine feedback. Because if it's negative, of course, and we talked about that, or maybe even it's a 3 out of 5, that how you address that, how you genuinely show that you've taken that into consideration, how you've genuinely responded to it as a caring business, because that is what you are. That is just going to show you building a rapport with your community, is only going to elevate you in the minds of your prospects, in the minds of your community, that you're somebody, that you're not just a business, you are a part of this community, you're a part of this city, this town, or what have you, and that you are really here to help. So include local info and responses that you post your reviews. You're proud to serve your city, proud to serve proud to serve your township, or what have you. You want to include as much information as you can there, as well as how you genuinely respond to all feedback, whether it is positive or negative, is going to be the great deciding factor here. But you're not going to be able to respond to any of that feedback if you do not make a point to elicit reviews and genuine descriptive reviews from happy customers. Okay. Post updates about your business and local events. Make sure, as I said, you want to constantly be feeding this living, breathing entity and adding in as much content as you can. You cannot just set it and forget it. Posts are the fantastic best way to do that. Posts are content that appears directly on Google. They feature your business, special offers, anything you want to highlight, customer spotlights, new services. Let people know about local events, things that you're attending or that you're sponsoring, charities, etc. Another way to further distinguish your business from competition and build your brand. You know, plenty of photos, plenty of updates on what you're doing. I feel that a lot of times we encourage people, or we think in terms of our business, we just, you know, we post something to our social channels, or maybe we post an update to our website. You have that option, and you should highly encourage, and it's only going to benefit you. Take that exact same post with your wonderful pictures, your descriptive content, your keywords, etc., and put it onto your Google business profile as well. Rename images. This is just really simple to help. It helps also build your service area. We talked a little bit about images in terms of, you know, geotagging them, etc. You add locations to your photos. You can even do that. If you haven't done that while you were taking the photo, you can go in and do that from your phone before you upload it to your site or to your Google business profile, what have you. But as well as we want to, you know, when you are uploading these things, remember that it comes with a generic file name attached to it. This is bad for SEO. It does not know, you know, when people are looking up your business in your area, your roofing company example, your blank whatever business in your underscore township and state, that is what responds to search engine optimization, not, you know, img173.jpg or .png, whatever, what have you. That doesn't help you. Generic file names don't help you. So just remember that as you're uploading these files, just take some time to go in, put it onto your computer, change the file name into something descriptive in terms of what it is and where it was taken. You can also include the tags, and the locations, and all that other stuff. Engage in questions and answers. Create highly relevant content that displays within your listing on Google Search and Maps. Anybody can ask questions about your business, so make sure that you're maintaining that and that the answers are coming from you. Anyone can post answers to your questions, so it should be anyone can post answers to the questions, so it better be you. Predict that your customers will predict what they're going to ask in advance. So if you have a lot of frequently asked questions, a lot of seasonal type work, or a lot of stuff that just every business has something that their customers always ask right off the top, here's your opportunity to jump ahead of it. And if you have a common question, list it out there, provide your answer and your information right off the top. Start advertising with your Google Local Services ads or your Google LSAs to further enhance your local visibility. So the Google LSA is a special ad that Google made just for local businesses. The great things about this is that you're paying for leads, you're paying for conversions. So when somebody clicks on your Google business profile and they directly then request a meeting or request a callback or a point of contact, set an appointment, etc., that is when you pay for the lead. You are not paying for the clicks like your more traditional Google ads, which is pay-per-click, which is what we typically see and was what most businesses have on the internet. You know, I highly encourage you to have both, but the Google LSAs are specifically made for local businesses, and you're only going to be paying for it when somebody clicks on your profile and requests an appointment. So, you know, if you're not doing that, you really need to jump on that right away. Some common mistakes to avoid, just some pitfalls. Remember, you're going to get all of these sent to you later on today, so you can print out whatever slides you want to remember for your team and you know, share around, etc. But remember these 4 core mistakes and pitfalls that you want to avoid so that you can optimize your profile. 1, inconsistent business information. Consistency is key. Consistency is key, if I said that correctly. That is, you want to keep all your name, address, NAP, name, address, phone, up to date, accurate, and consistent across every avenue that you posted on the World Wide Web. So consistent and accurate on your Google profile, website, any of your social channels, etc. Ignoring reviews. You can't just ignore reviews. You can't just ignore even it. So we talked a lot about responding to the negative ones, but I feel as if a lot of businesses, we become focused on the negative ones, but it also means you need to provide feedback to all your happy customers as well. But you simply just can't, like many aspects of it, set it and forget it or hope it's all going to work itself out. So you want to show the community that you are empathetic and you are genuine when you're responding to the negative reviews. You're happy to receive the wonderful glowing reviews, and you're even willing to address the maybe your threes where they were happy but a little upset. But more often than not, remember, consistency of information and reviews. And what did we say? We want to try to get 10 to 15 reviews every 3 months, as many of them as 5 stars from happy customers as you possibly can. Not updating your profile regularly, not feeding the entity, not feeding the little creature that I talk about so often. These things cannot just be set and forget. So you need to be updating and posting to your Google Business Profile as much as you are updating and posting to your website and to all your social channels. If you have a profile and you have a presence, you need to be constantly addressing it and feeding content into it to improve your presence overall online. And what are some things you want to focus on? Posts with those wonderful keywords and phrases that you've identified, placed within the content. Within reason, you want to have consistent and accurate information and as much interactive content as available. Wonderful, properly named file name photos that show your location, that build out your service area, as well as videos and what you do, showing your work as a company live for your customers in your area. Forgetting to verify your profile, risks of not verifying your Google Business Profile. So here's something to remember, just in case any of you may be out there that just for whatever reason haven't gotten the profile yet. Excuse me. Realize that somebody else can. You could have a customer, you could have a competitor go out and get it, or maybe a concerned citizen just is really upset and they've somehow managed to get your profile set up and you already have bad reviews. So, hopefully number 4 is something no one on this call is forgetting to do. But if that is you, then please, you want to go take care of that right away. Okay, so that was all we had for today, kind of jumping in and out. But this is the session of the webinar where I'd like to encourage each and every one of you to schedule your own time with Surefire Local today. If all of this seemed like a lot, and it is a lot of avenues for you to handle, not just in Google Business Profile, but is also your website, all of your socials, all of your ads, maintaining all of that and all the different systems, jumping back and forth between all your different profiles. Here is your session to schedule some time with us to see how our all-in-one marketing platform is going to give you complete visibility into your marketing, help you maintain all of this and everything we just talked about, as well as transparency of ROI, make it really simple and easy to build your digital footprint and to grow your business efficiently and profitably. So what I do is I put a poll on the screen, as some of you may already know, and I launch that, and then you see that, and that's right there. And in that poll, you let us know if you're interested in scheduling a one-on-one call with one of our subject matter experts to go over all of this stuff. Or if you're watching this later on demand, no worries. You can grab that demo with us at any time. So you just need to go to our website, surefirelocal.com, click get a demo button, top right-hand corner, get a demo. You can go over all of this and we can help you from the beginning to end with our platform. And whether or not you're new or returning, I'm just very glad and honored that all of you decided to take time out of your very busy schedule to spend it with us here today. So thank you. Just going to give that just a few more seconds so that everybody can reply, and we will close up. Okay, we'll close that out. Move on. All right, and do make sure that you check your follow-up email, not only for slides and not only for the recorded session here today, as well as we are started to add our checklists. We try to add a little bit of follow-up materials for each one of our new webinars, sort of give you a list of things you want to be concerned about. So not just the slides, here's a little quick 10 list items, stuff you can do for your Google Business Profile or areas that you want to be concerned with. And you can check that out in your follow-up email. Make sure you look out for that and check your spam folders for us just in case. Okay, that's it. We're going to say goodbye. Thanks again for coming out. Really appreciate you all. If you have any questions after the fact, or if you're watching this later on demand, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can ask questions. You can talk to us at any time. You just email marketing@surefirelocal.com. Please remember to stop by our website and check out the resources page for the vast and growing back catalog of webinars such as this that are all available to you free and on demand, as well as other many tools and resources there. And that is a wrap. We will see you again next month. Be on the lookout for additional emails and all posts to all of our channels, etc., of when and where and what we will be talking about then. But we will see you back again for that. Have a wonderful rest of your day and week. That's a wrap. Thank you all for coming out. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.